Sure. Anybody wants to share anything that happened or any experience? Sure. Anybody wants? Oh, I'm talking to myself again. Okay. All right. Okay. Carmen, go ahead. I want to make sure, yeah, because 2 minutes over the hour. Go ahead. The floor is yours. I'm gonna make sure that you can share. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, now you can.
Great. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, awesome. I just switched to my earphones. Great. Well, good morning, team. I'm super excited to share with you this morning about personal branding and content. This will be a little more complementary to what you've already acquired in terms of knowledge. And if you have any questions, feel free to speak up or put them in the chat. Hold on just a second. Let me get to my slide. Great. Can you guys see my first slide? Authentic branding?
Yes. Yes, go ahead. That's perfect.
Okay, great. So again, for branding, you are the best asset. Your storytelling, your experiences. As much as I would like to be, George or Adrian or Christine or Renee, I'm me. And for you, we're going to go through just a few simple steps about how to approach personal identity. So let's go through 3 takeaways. One takeaway is your identity is your foundation. So I don't know if any of you guys journal or you sit down for a moment and think about your dreams, but if you don't, excuse me, you want to go ahead and write down and reflect again upon your why. I know a lot of speakers have already shared about their why. In terms of my why for my identity, because I live in Silicon Valley and I love helping people and teams and companies, my why example is I was looking for a better way to leverage my time. And when I learned about 3, I thought, wow, I could really learn from other people and I could apply my experience in terms of, what I've done to help people out too. Plus, instead of investing a lot of money in terms of a franchisable, expandable, globally powerful brand, a company like 3, I was able to get in for a much smaller amount. And so being able to promote wellness, being able to build relationships, those are my own identities, right? So for you, if you haven't done that yet, I would encourage you to get together with someone on your team, or I would even be happy to sit with you just to talk through your why and how you tell your story. There we go. This is more about discovering your story. Your passion, it could be about your personal health story. I've heard great testimonies from people whose friends and family may have shared with them some products from 3 or their experiences, or I've met, in fact, every single person I've met at 3 has a strong desire to help others, whether it's through their story or inviting them to a presentation or coffee or an experience, or people are really encouraged in terms of the science that Dr. Dan Gubler and our scientists have promoted with the different 3 products. As far as your own story, if you wouldn't mind putting in the chat which of these 3 most resonate with you, whether it's telling your own personal health journey, or it's you just can't help yourself, you're just wired to help others, or if you're really a person who's motivated by science. Let's see in the chat who's got what motivation. So for me, I have a strong desire to help others. Yes, personal health journey, great. Desire to help others, Craig, great. And Nilbert, yes, I see that very clearly on your social media posts, your transformation. Science, great. Helping others, George, Lynn, helping others, awesome. So again, Dix, I love that you're also motivated by science. There's a blend of people here, and regardless of who we're talking to in our personal lives, when we're sharing with 3 people a day, we're going to find someone on our team, if it's not us, to help our person resonate, right? Great. So in terms of identifying your values, I know that with 3, it's encouraging to me that we love people, platform, purpose. Those are all great things. But for your own personal value, when you see yourself around your friends or your family or your workplace, you're identifying your values, and this actually will transfer or be apparent when you're speaking to other people or you're posting on social media. If you're not a big social media poster, it's okay, because we're working on your own personal brand and what you're comfortable with in terms of your storytelling. So again, these are just some ideas, integrity, community, empowerment. These are things that I have personally seen here at 3. And, when it comes to identifying your values, if you're stuck, like if you have like brain freeze, or you're thinking like, what should I talk about, or what can I share? Or as you're listening and engaging with people, just reflect again upon your own values. And again, journaling really helps me when I'm trying to think ahead, and how to help. So last night I had the privilege of attending a party up in Los Gatos with Adrian and Carolyn. And I met some really great people. And as they were presenting the information, I thought, oh, this would be a good time to share about why I really enjoy being part of 3 as a community. Or, oh, wow, I've really learned a ton, and I'm still learning more from Adrian and Caroline and other people every time I go to an in-person event. So those are my own personal values. For you in chat, which value do you think you most anchor with or most resonates with you? Oh, Marcella, I see helping others be financially stable. That's awesome. And Donna, having a personal journey and helping others, amazing. Yeah, good. But yeah, if there's a value in here, for me, I think I love, gosh, it's hard. If all things are equal, I would probably pick community, because I know that for my own personal journey, I really get a lot of energy being around people and learning from others. But yeah, let's see about you. Empowerment. Okay, so we got a bunch of leaders on the call, of course. That's amazing. So great. Okay, so the summary for our first takeaway: your identity is your foundation. It's about your story, your values, and your mission. So let's go ahead and get to the next takeaway. Any questions before I move on? Yay, Mary, Marty, empowerment and community. Awesome. Thank you, George, for putting the slides up in the chat too. All right, second takeaway. This slide was overwhelming to me, so don't worry. You don't have to eat the whole elephant if you've heard that before. You take it one bite at a time. Although right now I'm working on leaning towards more veganism as it complements my program with 3. So taking this content strategy that tells your story, again, do this one step at a time. If you have a journal, again, you're translating your identity into a consistent and compelling story, or what they call content strategy. So it's not about being perfect. I know I've heard Nilbert say this a lot, and I really appreciate it. It's about being real. And I've also heard from many leaders on this call that it's not about being perfect, but it's just getting started. I think I heard that last from Kimberly, which is good. So developing content pillars, what does that even mean? Step 1, based on that identity that you have, you want to, again, identify 3 to 5 topics you might consistently speak about. So for example, I've seen some of the people on the call, some of our teammates on the call, share their journey behind the scenes, like what they're doing, if they're grabbing coffee, if they're picking up kids, if they're headed into work, or they're going to teach a class, but how you're handling your life and your practices. If you enjoy being on the beach, or being on travel, or working from anywhere, these are all content, what are called content pillars. And again, what that means is you're just sharing your story. So it's not anything that is super outrageous, but it's your authentic you. Product education. One thing I love about 3, and they talked about this last night too, is that we have so much content on our back office, whether you're using your laptop or if you're using your phone, like Simon says, work from phone, and you're using the 3 app. There are many, many resources to give product education. And as you're using a picture maybe from the company, you can tell your own story. Now, I'm personally very shy about Facebook Live. So for the rest of this year, that's something that I need to work on. But simple, honest explanations of the product. So for example, this week or this last weekend, our son got married, and our youngest daughter was in town, and she came up to me and she's like, Mom, I don't know what's in that kinetic, but it really gives me a lot of energy and kind of picks me up. And so she said, do you have an extra box? And I said, yes, I do. But that's an authentic story or an explanation of someone who's in their 20s, who's looking for more energy and is like, wow, I tried this product, I had a good experience. Community building. I know that because 3 has the Love 3 community organization, all of our efforts, some way, somehow impact that non-for-profit and potentially orphans throughout the United States. So there's a lot of opportunity to think about, how am I community building, or how is 3 community building in partnership with us? And then of course, lifestyle tips. I love when people share recipes or workout routines or just mindful breathing exercises. Those are all things that are genuinely you and what you've decided to pull out of your toolbox, right, to share. Let's see what's in chat. Oh, thanks, Nilbert. Congratulations. I forgot about that. Yes, it was a good time with family. Number 2, leveraging multiple formats. So again, get in where you fit in. I've heard that a lot too, and it really applies in terms of communicating with your audience. So again, if you don't feel like you're a social influencer or people aren't watching you, they actually are, because they care about you and they're interested in something good and something positive. So Instagram Reels are my favorite things, because I love picking music. I'm like a wannabe DJ. And if you ever want to get together, and I'll show you how I do it, it doesn't take me very long, and you can schedule the time that it comes out. Longer formats, again, I'm not an expert in YouTube, but Adrian and George are, and for tutorials and deep dives. And at the end of this presentation, I'll have a few resources for you, and one of them is a YouTube tutorial for social media. And then live streaming, if someone can put on the chat who they've seen on our team who does a good job with live streaming, I would love to learn from you. Or if they're not on our team, maybe they're on another team, but that's another way to engage. And there are people on our call that I know have been brave enough to stream. And I think that one person who comes to mind, I can see her face, and I want to call her Lynn, but I've seen her go live. I'm personally not on TikTok, but I start small, right? Start on Instagram or start on Facebook, something that you're comfortable with. And again, if you're not comfortable, ask for help, either from the person who signed you up or someone on the team or someone on this call. We really want to help out. And then there are blog posts and articles. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret that I love. On the 3 International wall, there's some incredible blog articles and posts that are really cool to share. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to go to a recent blog post or article, and I'll take just an excerpt of something that really resonates with me, and I'll share that as a quote, and I'll put the link to the blog, right, on my post as well. So again, these are all things that you can do genuinely. You can respond to comments, you can ask questions, and again, being authentic, you're trying to get that engagement. Any questions before I move on from content strategy? And again, it's always a good idea. I've heard the ratio of 5 to 1, where you might, if you're going to share about a product or share about, a product education, maybe you want to do that once in one day and maybe have 4 or 5 other personal posts. But, some people do 3 to 1, some people will do 5 personal to 1. It's really up to you. Any questions? Is this helpful to you? George, I think it's just you and me again.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, good.
Yes, it's helpful.
All right. Okay, good. Takeaway 3. And again, you'll have access to the video and also to any resources, the slides, etc. But scaling, this is the good news. One of the reasons why I was super excited about 3 is I've helped a couple of companies go public or get bought, or I've worked for large brands like Stanford University or Intuit, and I love a global story. And the reason I love a global story is that when I'm asleep or my family's asleep, the business is still going. So the true power of this model is the ability to grow without losing personal touch. So if you like talking with people or you like going one-on-one, this is a great opportunity to scale. So there are a lot of automation tools that we can use as we're communicating our identity or our content. So one that I've used in the past is, again, I mentioned to you on Instagram, you can schedule your posts. On LinkedIn, you can schedule your posts. You can look at our back office and our app. Our AI app is so powerful. I haven't even gotten into all of the bells and whistles. Adrian was kind enough last night to share some really cool things you can do to build content for people that you're reaching out to. And it's pretty simple. It wasn't as overwhelming as I thought it was going to be. But if you're interested in being creative, or someone in your network is interested in being creative, we can totally learn from each other. So there are possibilities to automate without losing your own personal soul or your authenticity. And as we're building a network, we're not just trying to sell people. Like in recruiting, which is my background, we used to go, got a chicken, got a chicken, got a chicken. That is really old. And today's world in terms of communication, it's more personalized, even though there's more tech to it, right? So let me check the comments out really quick. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see the video, Allison. Can everyone else see the video?
You mean the slides or the video? We can see the slides.
Oh, I'm sorry, can't wait to see the video. Yeah, okay. And I'm moving my cursor away from the bottom. Can you see the bottom of the slide now? Good.
Yeah, the slides are good.
But anyways, yeah. So number 2, we're building friendships. We're building relationships. And the way I do it, for example, I have a girlfriend who recently got laid off. And so she called me, and I got on a call with her within a few hours to listen to her, feel her pain. And as much as I wanted to push 3, because I thought it'd be a good solution for her, I didn't. I really just listened to her, and I gave her some resources to help her network for a job. And I introduced her to 2 powerful leaders, actually 3, to help her land a job without blasting her resume. So as much as I want to push 3, sometimes I have to take a step back and go, okay, where is this person right now? Are they hurting? What can I do to help them? And instead, she's also said, oh, I definitely want to get together for some wine and cheese. I'm like, perfect. And authentically, I want to see her. I want to build her up. I want to encourage her. And I want to tell her how come I'm excited about 3. But that will come later. So we're just building relationships and building a network, not just a sales funnel. And so I love the passion in our community, because at the end of the day, again, we're trying to help each other's energy and help each other have better quality of life and longevity. Number 3, for scaling your authenticity, is embracing your content as a global asset. So those of you and us who've been in corporate America, marketing teams have asset libraries. In fact, 3's marketing team has given us asset library access through our back office, on our laptops, as well as on our app, our 3 app. And so it's an asset, it's valuable. So I look at it almost as historical journaling when I'm on my social media, because I enjoy the things that I do and that if I decide to share. And so your content is so valuable, because anybody in the world who's looking for encouragement or inspiration can look to you, actually. So when I'm following Milbert and I'm hearing about his journey and his discipline, that's something that I love about a lot of the people on our team, is the discipline that I get to learn from. It's a great testimonial, and it becomes a global 24/7 kind of operation. So remember, your brand is totally you, and it's unique, it's authentic. You're leveraging technology, you're leveraging your stories, and you're building a sustainable and impactful business reflecting who you truly are. Let me check the comments really quick. Okay, great. Awesome. So far, so good. So just a couple of resources. So again, if you visit the Legacy Makers website, I hyperlinked it here. There is a YouTube for a 10-day launch on social media that was posted about 3 months ago. So we have so many resources, it's really cool. And then this slide presentation that I did, I used Google AI to help me clean up some of my verbiage. I used gamma.app to help put together some of the formatting, and I used runway.machine learning or ML to help me get some pictures together. So like I said, this is just an opportunity for us to work together for authenticity and to build our brand in partnership with 3. And again, I just want to thank you for your time. Any questions?
Anybody, any comments?
What was the Runway app? What was that called?
Oh, let me share that screen with you
When
again.
that ML is, yeah, I have the slide on the comments. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, George. Yeah. So I went to a training about, I don't know, a month and a half ago. And I think I might have mentioned to you this gal, she's probably like late 30s, and she shared over 60 AI apps for marketing. So by the 20th one, I was like, I got to stop taking notes because I can't absorb all that information. So what I do is I'll just take 1 or 2 of the apps she shared, and I will use those on a weekly basis to help me kind of up my game. So I'm not boring you guys to tears.
Right.
All right, let me check the, oh, thank you, Kimberly, for the thorough comment. Thank you, Nilbert, for letting me know that you enjoyed the presentation. Cool.
Perfect.
All right, that's all I got for you today.
It's amazing. Now, presentation app, I will add the app, the 3 app, because you can actually create presentations, and there is a tool that I'm going to be testing on Friday within the app. It's going to be part of the 3 app, not the AI, the 3 app. That is going to make it even cooler. There are actually 2 things that they're adding, but that they are going to complete it, and it's of course with all the resources that we have in 3 too. But great information. And I know, and you're right, that when you go into the apps that we can use, AI that is in the internet, we can get so confused. That's why we start with the basics. And if we want to expand, we keep expanding little by little, because if not, we are going to get overwhelmed. And that's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I love the information that you gave, because it gives you a very good, strong idea of why it's so important to share our story and where to share it. And by the way, the more we share the story, the person that wins is the one that shared the most. That's in person.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say, so the people that were at the event last night with Adrian, I know as I was leaving, I knew for sure 2 or 3 were going to sign up, because they had been hearing from the person who was hosting the party, and because they care so deeply about the person, they showed up. They're like, we want to know what this 3 is about. And so there was a massage therapist there who goes house to house with massage therapy. She's just starting her business, and she's from Brazil. She's got great hospitality, and she's a great business builder. But she's like, wow, I can use Purify before my clients are massaged to educate them about purifying your different organs. So she got really excited. And then another gal who didn't need the income but was really into health is like, wow, I feel more energy taking this Eternal. So they also did the tasting party for like Kinetic and Eternal. But because they cared about the host so much, they showed up. It was really cool.
That's right. That's right. And you see many people that are all over the internet all the time, that they want to make sure that they're everywhere. Many times they are paying advertisement. We don't need that. But you see people like Grant Cardone. Everybody knows Grant Cardone, even that many people forget what he does. But it's because they see him everywhere. And he's an example. Charlene Johnson, or those people that are all over the place. They are in every social media. When I mean in every social media. And that's the cool thing about the AI, by the way, that can help us to go really quick in 4 or 5 different social media at the same time. We can be in Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn, and all of them. We can do in all of them. We can do it like in 5 or 10 minutes a day, as soon as we become very good on it. Anybody else has a comment? Let me see in the right side.
Hey George, yeah, I love when
Hey,
Carmen
Nilbert.
mentioned that we have so many resources available, and that is so true. Not only resources as in digital resources like the apps that we have, but this community itself is such an amazing resource because we have so many leaders here. And it's not just about like the leaders, it's the peers, right? We're, all teams from different lineages, so to speak. Like we belong to different, lines and all that, but
Mhm.
we're just all working together. And I think that's what really makes, our community such a strong community. And yeah, I just wanted to share that because that was amazing training, Carmen.
Thank you. I'm so glad. You
Good,
guys
good,
all
good.
inspire me.
And it's very good,
Yes.
especially coming from you that you are a professional in your personal life and your business, your experience. I mean, that's important that we saw here. Anybody else has a comment before we go? Oh, wow, it's 3 minutes before the time. We are early. What the heck? We have enough time to go and play pickleball or something like that.
Good morning. Good morning, George. And thank you so much for the
Hi, Cheryl.
information. I am one of those people that's just learning all of that.
Yeah.
I grew up in the belly to belly business. We were out there
Right?
looking eyeball to eyeball, belly to belly, and what I'm learning now with all of the other technologies is just amazing, you guys. It's just amazing. So I might be a slow starter there, but I know what I'm doing. I just
Okay.
don't know what I'm doing right now with all that AI stuff. But thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Sure. All
Anybody
right.
else?
Well, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for
Okay.
listening, and George and Adrian for hosting us. It's very nice.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much. And let's take advantage of that extra time that we have now. Make some
All
coffee,
right.
like Lynn said.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great, great day.
Thank you.
See you later.
Okay. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.